Welcome to Two Tones Tantalizing Tidbits, Episode 2, Shuffling, Reversals, and Selecting the Cards. This is the second episode of Two Tones Tantalizing Tidbits. On this second episode, I will be briefly discussing shuffling, reversals, and selecting the cards. But before I do that, I just wanted to thank everybody out there for liking, subscribing, and sharing my YouTube channel, Two Tones Twisted Tarot Tales. I really appreciate all of the help you can give me with spreading the good word about my new channel. The more you talk about this channel with your coworkers, friends, and family, and get them to like, share, and subscribe, the more this channel and community will grow. And once we reach a good number, after building and building and building, I will have a giant party that travels around America so we can all meet and greet and get to know each other. So thank you to all the fans out there. Keep watching and sharing. All right, so if you're ready, let's get started. Before we get to some specific questions that were sent to me, I just want to note that off camera, I ask for the assistance and protection from the archangels of the four ancient and major elements of air, water, fire, and earth to bless me and the cards during their use. I also smudge them from time to time with white sage or myrrh to clear off any negative energy that might be lingering around them. Okay, so here are some questions emailed in to me from some viewers somewhere on planet Earth. Question number 1 from a Goldilocks. Goldilocks asks, please explain your shuffling technique. You look very stupid sometimes attempting to shuffle and then it doesn't work. Well, thanks for asking, Goldilocks. Yes, it's true, sometimes I do look stupid trying to shuffle. This takes place because I am always pressed for time and I have to get things done quickly. With time, I'll get better at it. So just get over it for now, Goldilocks. And you know what? Let's consult the book and see what it says about shuffling. So here is the book that came with the deck. This is the Wonderland in Tarot, or Tarot in Wonderland. Since Alice in Wonderland goes through a looking glass, sometimes things are reversed, right? Reversed. So I'm gonna find the section where Barbara Moore explains reversals, or I'm sorry, translation. We're gonna first discuss shuffling. So what she says is, if you believe that life is a combination of free will and chance, then you might like to bring that idea into your tarot readings. Besides, as mentioned above, the themes of chaos and deliberation run through the Alice stories, as well as through the tarot cards themselves. Sorry guys, I needed to put my glasses on. I'm getting old now. Hopefully they don't fall off. An important part of doing a reading is mixing the cards, which is usually done by shuffling in whatever way you like. Some people prefer an overhand shuffle, others like the mud pie approach, which involves spreading the cards all over the table and smearing them around. Many people like the bridge and riffle shuffle, although some worry that this bends their cards and is hard on the deck. I rather like it when a deck looks a little used and battered, so I allow myself the fun of bridging and riffling. Or rifling, I'm not sure, I think that's riffling. Truly, it does not matter how you do it. Shuffling is a way of bringing randomness into the reading and recognizing chaos's role in our lives. After shuffling, you can cut the cards into several piles and select one of the piles from which to deal the cards for the reading. This is a way of acknowledging that you have choices and free will. As to the number of piles to cut the cards into, 3 is a traditional choice. However, since we are working with symbols anyhow, 4 would also be a good choice, as this number represents stability, a concept that pairs well with self-determination and is the opposite of chaos. So as far as two-tone goes, for this particular deck, the Tarot in Wonderland, or the Wonderland in Tarot, I don't intentionally allow reversed cards in the deck. I don't mix them up in a mud pie so that there's reversed cards. I make sure they're all upright. There might be one that's reversed in there. That's that white rabbit. There's a white rabbit. When I shuffle, you look at Alice's face at the top of the card, you'll see a white rabbit appear. That guy keeps shifting around. He's an interesting guy. We're going to find out who he is one day. But I don't intentionally allow reverse cards in the deck for this particular deck because the book doesn't even have an explanation for reversals. Okay? So I purposefully bridge and riffle shuffle them 2 times off camera, then once on camera. Then I begin the magical overhand shuffle, where I give the universe an opportunity to pull out the card or cards of its choosing. And while I'm shuffling, I use the magic words, or what I consider to be the magic words. Okay, universe, what do we need to know about this person? What do we need to know about this? While I'm shuffling, I try not to repeat it too many times, but sometimes I do need to repeat it for the audience to remember what we're asking. The next question comes, question number 2 comes from an Anita Richards. Anita Richards asks, how do you translate reversals? So the last question was about shuffling. This second question from Anita Richards is about reversals. How do I translate reversals? Great question, Anita. So let's consult the book and see what it says about reversals. So, depending on how careful you are or aren't with your shuffling, some cards may turn up reversed in the reading. That is, the top of the card is at the bottom, relative to you, so that the image appears upside down. Traditionally, readers assign different meanings to these cards. In the oldest books, there was often no rhyme or reason for the reversed meaning, and with many of them having no apparent connection to the number, suit, upright meaning, or image. Today, if readers opt for using reverse cards instead of incorporating arbitrary meanings, they apply a rule to all reversed cards. This gives coherence in their system of reversals. Here are some common examples of the reversals. So some of them will say all reverse cards mean the opposite of their upright meaning, or all reverse cards are blocked energy, or all reverse cards are signs to pay extra attention to that card, or all upright cards are externalized energy and all reverse cards are internalized energy. I suggest that beginners don't worry about reversed meanings right away. Focus on the upright meanings. After you feel confident, you can explore incorporating reversed cards. In the meantime, if a card shows up reversed, simply flip it right side up. So that's her explanation in the book. I liked some of those bullet points. So as far as two-tone is concerned regarding reversals for this particular deck, the Tarot in Wonderland, or the Wonderland and Tarot book, has no reversal explanations. Okay? So when I do get an upside down card that lands reverse, I will generally assume that it can mean any individual or combination of the explanations given in the book that came with the cards that I just read. So those 4 bullet points, okay? Or 4 or 5 bullet points. Basically, it could just be the opposite of the card meaning. It could be internalized. I typically intuitively sort of on the spot kind of give it a translation really quickly, but generally speaking, I am not purposefully allowing reversals. If something comes out reversed, then the universe really wanted you to know that card was reversed. Okay? Now, for Two Tones Infernal deck, I simply attach the word no to a reversal. So if, for an example, stagnation, if stagnation comes out upside down, then I just imagine a no right here. So that would mean no stagnation. If a card like this says begin and it comes out upside down, then I will say no beginning. If end comes out upside down, then I will say no ending. But for the Tarot of Wonderland deck, if the Two of Wands comes out upside down, then I'm gonna just sort of intuitively see what the cards around it are and what situation we're talking about is, and perhaps it's simply just no, or it's, instead of an externalized situation, it's an internalized situation. But definitely this card is special, very special, if it comes out upside down, because my deck is right side up. I hope that helped, Anita Richards. Next question is from a Yolanda Squat Pump. So Yolanda Squat Pump asks, how do you select the cards and why do you select the cards the way you do? Thanks for asking, Miss Squat Pump. So let's consult the book and see what it says about selecting the cards first, and then I'll tell you about how I do it. So, selecting. Whether or not you use reversals, you have to get the cards from the deck into the spread. There are two different common methods to select the cards that will fill each position. Dealing off the top of the deck is easy and feels natural to many readers. Others fan the deck out and ask the current to select the necessary number of cards. The reader then takes them in the order selected and lays them in the spread or shuffles the selected cards like a micro deck and then deals off the top. So the way I do it, I prefer to completely let the universe select the cards by allowing its energy to pop out a random flyer card. Okay? You will see other readers do the same thing I do with the overhand shuffle. Some of them do it really fast and it pops them out. Others do it really slow and it pops them out. I'm still getting used to that shuffle. I never did that shuffle before this year. And I've been using tarot since the 1990s. And I never shuffled like that. So I'm sort of new to that shuffling method. I like that shuffling method. It makes sense to me. It gives the universe a chance to be directly involved. If it's not happening though, if I keep trying the overhand shuffle to get something to automatically pop out, then I will consult my magical dice. I'll put the stack down, I'll put the stack of cards down, and then I'll get my magical dice and I'll throw it. And whatever number it lands on, then I will pull all the way to that card. So if it lands on 15, I will pull all the way to the 15th card and turn it over, and that will be the choice. So I hope that was helpful to you, Yolanda Squat Pump. And this will conclude this episode, the second episode of Two Tones Tantalizing Tidbits. And we were talking about shuffles, reversals, and selecting cards. I hope this has been another helpful episode. And once again, I just want to thank all you fans out there. Please keep watching, liking, subscribing, and sharing. Until next episode, I'll see you later.